Hello there. Welcome to class. I'm Miss Faust. Well, everyone, are you ready for today's story? You are? You are so ready? Fantastic. You've got your paper handy? Great. You got a pen or pencil? Fantastic. You are ready to take notes. Yes, I'm going to share highlights. As always, the highlights. But if you happen to come up with a question, you're not sure about something, you don't quite understand something, please contact me and I will only be too happy to help you out. Okay? So we're set? We are? Great. Let me get my book. One moment. So we are dealing with Hernando Tejas, Lather, and Nothing Else. Fantastic story. Now, please remember, when we're talking about the setting in this story, we are talking about his country, Tejas' country. In other words, Colombia. Remember, I told you that he was quite aware of the battles and the wars going on in his country, his native country. Okay, so he does use that knowledge, that historical background, okay, for this story here. Okay, so yes, we are dealing with one of those wars, one of those battles. Okay, so let's begin. At the beginning we have, well, let's do it this way. Who's our narrator? Yes, it's the barber. By the way, what's his name? Oh, you're right. We don't have his name. So no, we don't. But we know it's first person, and we realize right from the start that is the barber, okay, who is sharing this piece of history, so to speak. Okay. So here he is in his barber shop when all of a sudden some gentleman walks in. Oh my gosh. He came in without a word. Okay. So he starts to shake. He's starting to shake. He's trying to, as I said, I was stroking my best razor. In other words, trying to sharpen his razor, get it ready for the next, client. Okay. So when he comes in, meanwhile he was taking off his cartridge-studded belt with the pistol holster suspended from it. Okay, and turns around, loosens his tie, and says, "Woo, it's hot. I want to shave." Yeah, he is in need of a shave. He's really getting a beard from days of not going and getting a shave, taking care of himself. And they're like, so there's something about this gentleman that from the start makes the barber very nervous, very scared, right? Okay. And he starts talking, the gentleman. And we discover soon that his name is Captain Torres, don't we? Okay, Captain Torres. And he talks about, needing the shave and the like, and he's talking, and the barber says, the fellows in the troop must have just about as much beard as I, they're just talking, and he's talking, yeah, they probably all have this beard. In other words, you're going to have a lot of clients perhaps down the road. Okay. So then he talks about his experience as in he and his men, remember he's a captain of a troop, have taken in some rebels. Okay, we caught the leaders. Some of them we brought back dead, others are still alive, but they'll all be dead soon. Uh-oh. So the barber says, how many did you take? Well, 14. So they had to go really deep to get these rebels and the like. It's not good, because when he catches them, their deaths quite often are very painful. Because this is a man who likes to come up with different ways of ridding the government of problems. Now remember, Captain Torres represents what in this story? He represents the government. Okay? Now, we do learn in the story that the barber is truly what? Yes, he is a barber. He is a citizen of that area. But he's even more, isn't he? He is a rebel who informs. In other words, he sides with the rebels. So yes, he's a rebel. He informs the rebels of anything he sees or hears in order to help them in case there's some situation they can get away. So yes, he's in a way interrogating the captain. Sort of turns around, doesn't it? Not the captain interrogating him, but the barber in his nice way. You know, when you go to a barber shop or in a beauty salon, people talk. You know, when you get your hair cut, you get a nice shave, you're talking to the barber. You talk back and forth, you share tidbits here and tidbits here. Same thing when gals go, ladies go to the hair salon. You talk to your stylist. Well, that's what's happening here. You never think that your barber or hairstylist might, be up to something other than just, we're having talk. We're just talking. We're just being buddies. Yeah, we're just buddies. Okay? So they're talking about it, and he can tell that the captain hasn't had a shower. He smells and the sweat and oh gosh, but he's dealing with it, and with the beard and the like, and he's just thinking, gosh, I really could use a nap, and here he is. He's talking. He's sitting there comfortably in the seat in front of him. His holster is, is hanging up there like it's supposed to do it. He is totally unprotected, unarmed. No protection on him. No gun. No nothing. And yet the barber, he's got a razor. It could, he could easily, while he's shaving, go nick the size, and something could happen. These things happen. Okay, so he's thinking about this. Okay, he's thinking about it. Well, I could easily a little nick there, and before you know, oh well, there's the captain. But we learned that, and because Tejas brings this up quite a number of times in this story, which is not that very long. So he says, I paused to wipe it. The razor gave its usual sound as it gathered up layers of soap mixed with bits of hair. I paused to wipe it clean, and taking up the stroke, again, what we call it's a leather band, and for making sharper and all that. Stroke. Let's see here. Once more went about improving its edge, for I am a painstaking barber. He takes pride in his profession, that he's a very good barber. People don't leave that shop saying, oh my gosh, I'm not going to him again. Oh my gosh, and there's still a little bit here and a little bit there, and look, he nicked my nail. No, he is a perfectionist. He loves what he does. He's really good at it. He takes his time. Okay. So they're talking, and he's getting information while he's talking. And again, remember, the captain is very much, unprotected. Any moment, the barber could turn on him. Think about that. I want you to think about it. Tess, I want you to think about that in the background. Think about it. Here he is, in the hands, not knowing, of his enemy. His enemy could eliminate him just like that. And the people there would be like, yes! Celebration time. The killer's gone. So he continues on the razor and all this. And then he talks about, what they're gonna plan. He's telling them, hey, come tonight. We'll be come at 6:00 this evening to the school. We'll, they find places where they can do their hangings and tortures and stuff. We'll be like the other day. It may be even better. What are you planning to do? I'm not sure yet, but we'll have a good time. Are you going to punish all of them? Yes, all of them. Okay, so we're still dealing with the beard, and he's truly a special customer, isn't he, Captain Torres? And he's thinking, how many of ours had he sent to their death? By that point, we realize that the barber is basically his enemy. Could turn on him any second. How many had he mutilated? It was not best to think about it. Torres did not know I was his enemy. Neither he nor the others knew it. It was a secret shared by very few. Just because that made it possible for me to inform the revolutionaries about Torres's activities in the town and what he planned to do every time he went on one of his raids to hunt down rebels. Okay. So, yes, he's thinking about it. Here's a little dilemma, a conflict. He's got the enemy in his hands. Why isn't he doing anything about it? Man versus man in a sense. Man versus self, even. He's thinking about it, within himself. Should I or shouldn't I? Remember, Taz brings it up. He's a painstaking barber. A good barber. Pride. Only he does the best. Okay? Says it. All right. Under the strokes of my razor, Torres was rejuvenated. Yes, because I am a good barber. The best in this town. And I say this in all modesty. There's not a chance that he would ruin that reputation. He loves that reputation. This is the barber to go to. This is the guy you go to if you want a good shave and the rest. Okay? And all the time he's thinking, well, the captain, he's not all nervous. How come I'm nervous? The guy should be nervous. He's in the hands of his enemy. He doesn't know that I'm his enemy. Okay? Confound the hour he entered my shop. So he's really not happy with that. I am a revolutionary, but not a murderer. And it would be so easy to kill him. He deserves it, or does he? Yeah, but I'm shaking like a regular murderer. From his throat, a stream of blood would flow on this sheet, over the chair, down on my hands, onto the floor. I would have to close the door. Okay. In other words, people would look at him and they would think this way. The murder of Captain Torres. He slit his throat while he was shaving him. What a cowardly thing to do. When the man is unprotected, unarmed, and not knowing he's with his enemy, that is a cowardly act. He would not want to do that. Yet, of course, if he does let the blood flow, close the door and just get away, get rid of the body, so to speak, the revolutionaries would think, wow, what a great deed he has done. He has saved people's lives. That's the dilemma here. It's a cowardly act? No, it's not a cowardly act. Okay? But he would be caught. But that's what he's looking at. Yeah, I would be caught. There's no way I could get away with this. So he basically is saying, I don't want to be a murderer. I'm a good barber. The best in this town. I am not ruining that reputation. I'm not going to do that. Okay. And I do my work honorably. I don't want to stain my hands with blood. Just with lather and nothing else. The title. You are an executioner. I am only a barber. Each one to his job. That's it. Each one to his job. So he will do his shaves and cuts and the like. The captain will go and hunt down and kill for the government. Remember, he does represent the government. The government sends out and says, hey, we got a bunch of rebels over there, revolutionaries. Rebels/revolutionaries. We need those hunted down and take care of them. Yes, sir. On the way. Let's go, man. Okay. So that he's done. Okay. He gets his pistol. He gets everything. And I felt my shirt soaked. Now he's sweating. He's so funny. He straightens his gun, smooths his hair, puts on his cap, takes out the money, and here we go. The irony of it all. Now remember, all this time, the barber's thinking, why am I nervous? Why am I nervous? This man here, he's in my hands, in the hands of the enemy. He is the one who should be nervous. This is good here. He turns around before he walks out that door. He turns around and he says, what? They told me you would kill me. I came to find out if it was true. But it's not easy to kill. I know what I'm talking about. The irony of it all, folks. The irony of it all. All this time while the barber's thinking it's a secret. Nobody knows that I'm a revolutionary, that I helped them out. He doesn't know. But I know he's the killer. The killer, the executioner, the captain, Captain Torres, knew who the barber was. In a way, it was a test. Does he have the strength to kill me? Or is he a coward? Because I know it is tough to kill someone. Not everyone has the strength to do it. There's your irony. So yes, leather and nothing else. The barber is good at his job. Captain Torres is good at his job. Each does his job. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to share. Okay, so again, the setting. We're talking wartime. Battles or skirmishes are going on. Rebels, revolutionaries versus the government, military. Okay. If he had killed the captain as a barber, it would have been a cowardly act, right? Yep, snip it in, blood flows, and wipe the body, disappears. But as a revolutionary, it would have been a brave act, wouldn't it? He would save so many people's lives. But remember, he's a barber. He's not a killer. He's not an executioner. He says it himself. I don't want to be a murderer. You come to me for a shave, and that is what you're going to get. A shave. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, so all this time, the captain, again, should be nervous. He's at the mercy of, isn't he? He's unprotected. He's at the mercy of the barber. But no, he's not nervous. Because he knows. He knows from his own experience, it's hard to kill someone. Okay. And you realize a lot of this we learn about the barber, the way he's thinking. Yes, we learn a lot of it. He shares all that, like a monologue. When one person's talking, not like a dialogue, two are talking. It's like a monologue through this, what we call an interior monologue. Did I share this with you? What we call an interior monologue, where you get the thoughts of the character. And you get that, don't you? He's sharing all this. I don't want to be a murderer. I'm the best in town. I am the best. Okay. Now, let's focus, coming over, on themes. How our roles determine our action. Exactly. The barber's role is as a barber. That determines how he's going to act. He's not going to kill. Yeah, you might nick by accident, but, briefly. And you might see some men walking around and you're going, why do you have tissues in there? What is that? Yeah, I had a little problem with shaving this morning. Yeah. And Captain Torres, he's the captain. He leads men. He goes out and kills. That's his job. So that's what's going to, get him to do whatever he does. Okay? Do not judge a book by its cover. Exactly. Didn't the barber in a sense judge Captain Torres? Mm-hmm. Captain Torres is far more human than we were led to believe. Exactly. Captain Torres was probably very nervous himself. Okay? But under all that sweat and all that, it was hidden. And besides that, he probably, he knew how to hide it. So yes, don't judge it. Just because he's the captain and all that, and he goes out and kills, that he's not going to be nervous. Far more human than we were led to believe. He's human. But he also knows that it takes a lot of strength, a lot of will to kill someone. But it's not easy to kill. I know what I'm talking about. His role as a killer, as an executioner. So you have your themes right there. I want to share this really quickly because you're going to need this. Suspense. When we talk about suspense, we're talking about the tension or excitement that's felt by the readers. Okay? Eager to know the outcome of the conflict. So yes, this story is full of suspense. So you feel tension. You think, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Oh, is he going to kill that Captain? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Is the captain going to turn on him and kill him at the end? Turn around and use that pistol? Great shave, but you're a revolutionary. Bye. What's going to happen? Tension and excitement to know the outcome of the conflict. Outcome at the end is what? He just said, no, I'm a barber. He's the captain. I'm not killing anyone. He can do what he needs. He's leaving with a wonderful shave. Great advertisement for me. I'm sure the revolutionaries are not going to be happy, but I'm not a killer. I'm a barber. Okay, I'll come with it. So please make sure you have this. Make sure you have all this information. Today's assignment, is turn to that, is paragraph 1 of the essay. So the 3 questions. Essay topic: what are 3 ways that suspense is created in Tejas' story? So look at that definition. I basically shrunk it into that. Okay. Now, you are going to define the word suspense, the term suspense, in paragraph 2. So not paragraph 1. In paragraph 2, I need to find somewhere the definition of suspense. Please try to use your own version, your own words, okay, so that I don't read this word for word, okay? Come look at it and say, how best can I write this without sounding like Miss Faust? Okay? So, let me give you some little hints here. Help. Don't forget that formula, writing formula, PA writing formula. Okay. Also, in the first question of the first paragraph, please make sure Arnaldo Tejas' name is in there, and Lather nothing else in quotation marks is included. Okay, in that first question. Make sure I see that. And then again, suspense, you don't define it till paragraph 2. So in the first paragraph, you don't have to worry about it, but I need you to remember that. So here's some thoughts. Okay. Focus on elements of suspense that occur within Tejas' story. Okay, for example, the reader wants to know whether the barber will kill the hated Captain Torres, whom he is shaving. Further suspense begins right from the start. For instance, the barber trembles when he sees the captain enter his barber shop. Remember, he's scared? The barber is shaving the enemy, a man whom he should kill since he is a part of the revolution. So will he kill the captain? Also, at the end of the story, the captain makes clear that he knew that the barber may kill him, but he lets him know that it is not that easy to kill someone. This essay is based on evidence solely from the story. Okay? Solely from the story. Nothing else. Just from this story. So make sure you understand that. So remember, it begins with the element of suspense, doesn't it? And it continues to the end, to that last paragraph. Okay? Meaning, they told me you would kill me, on and on. That's it. To the very end. Suspense. And throughout, when he's contemplating, should I do it or shouldn't I? Should I do it or shouldn't I? Okay. But if you have any questions, let me know. Email me. Otherwise, this is due today along with the answer to this question. What do you enjoy giving people? Some people love to give people a box of chocolates. Tickets to a concert perhaps. Flowers. Okay. What do you enjoy giving people? So again, this is your topic. What are 3 ways that suspense is created in Tejas' story? Okay. Paragraph 1, and this due today. Alright. I hope you have a pleasant day. Till next time. Bye-bye.